What's up, guys? Welcome back to the another session in MATLAB for beginners. So today we are going to discuss about label function in MATLAB. So many times you might have seen while plotting the diagrams, that is X label, Y label commands in the MATLAB code, and you are a bit confused about that one. That is exactly why I am using that, or else someone is using those functions, and how I can use if I want to use those in my code. Okay, so if you are a beginner and you don't know much about this MATLAB and all those things, so you can just follow our playlist, which is absolutely made for beginners. Okay, so we'll be starting a session of image processing also very soon, or by the time whenever you are seeing this video, the playlist might have been uploaded regarding image processing using MATLAB. So make sure that you check the playlist, guys. You will find the link for the same in the description of these videos also, as well. So make sure that you check for those. Okay, so with that said, I will just start our today's session for X label and Y label. Okay, so what we'll be seeing is how exactly, first we will see why we are using X label and Y label, which has got a common answer. And after that, I will show you with the help of examples how exactly you can write a bunch of code for using the X label and Y label for our plots. Okay, so let us start. Okay, so any program in MATLAB will be starting with three basic instructions. Yes, you are right. That is CLC, and after that we have to write close all for closing all the tabs or all the datas behind the whatever we have previously executed. Then we have to release all the variables like clear all. So this will destroy all the variables which we have used previously, right? So you can see command history here. I have used a bunch of variables previously, so it will make sure that they are free for the current program. After that, what I can do is, so I need a plot function in order to explain you X label and Y label. So basically, X label and Y label is something which is related to plots. So in plots we will be having x-axis and y-axis. So labels are required to identify what is along x-axis and what is along y-axis. So you are writing the code means you will be understanding what is happening in the plot. But whenever someone who is new to the MATLAB and he wants to understand your code, then it will be very difficult for him to understand, because you have not mentioned anything regarding what is along x-axis, what is along y-axis, and how they are related. So all those kinds of things. And if you have drawn a plot and you have not given a title itself, that is how to what is the title for this particular plot. So all those things you can just do it in the label kind of things. So that's why we are using label. And now let me show you how you can use. Let us say I have got a variable called s, and it is an array which contains some elements like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, maybe 12, maybe 14, some random data I used. Okay, so now I will plot this one. Plot, yes. Okay, so I'll just plot this data, and you can see a plot. Okay, so this is the plot for the data. Yes, now I will make sure that grid is on so that I can define the points on that one. So I'll just make the grid on. Now you can see the grid has been drawn. Now the X label and Y label come into picture. So X label, that is, if I see this, if someone who is new to the MATLAB and he don't know what you are doing, and if he sees this one, so what he will think? So what is along x-axis he don't know, what is along y-axis he don't know, why I'm drawing, what is the intention of this figure, he will not understand. So to make sure that he understand, we'll be using X label and Y label. How you can define? You just have to write X label, L-A-B-L, X label, and inside these two round brackets we have to use single quotes, and we have to mention whatever we want to write along X axis. Okay, so along X axis what I want to write is number of samples. So in our case, number of samples. It is not mandatory, guys, and I have already told you it's user defined. You can write anything. Along X axis I will write like this, and if I execute this one, so you can see Along x-axis it has printed like number of samples. Now the guy who is seeing your program for the first time will understand, oh, okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 up to 11, these are the samples. So that's why the programmer has written number of samples. And you can note that along y-axis there is nothing because I have not yet written for that one. So similarly I can write for y-axis y label. Okay, so y label, what I can write is value of sample, something like this I will write, and I will just execute this one. Now you can see along x-axis is also information is there, and along y-axis is also the information has been printed. So the guy who is seeing your code for the first time, now he will be able to understand, okay, so this is the graph of number of samples versus value of samples. Okay, so like this, by using x label and y label, it will be easy for us to understand and the one who is using this code. And I mean, whenever you are writing the code you will understand easily, but after a month or 2 months, if you see your code and you don't have any labels for this diagram, then you won't understand what exactly is happening. And in this case it's a very small code or a basic code which has got only one plot, but whenever you are implementing a real project you will be having like 10 or 20 plots, and they will be simultaneously popping out from the display. So at that moment you won't understand what is this figure for and what is the next figure for. So like that you will be having confusion. So to avoid those confusions and to make the things clear, we will be using x label, y label and title kind of things. Okay guys, so now we have done with the x label and y label. Let us see what is meant by label now. So before that one, I can just walk you through how to change the color of graph. Like if I show you, so you can see okay, so here I am getting just the boxes here like a graph. Okay, but I don't want like this. I want to plot yes in terms of like it should have a value red. Okay, so what I can do is I just change the plot statement here, plot yes comma, and I will mention in single quotes the color. So if I write minus r o, so this will basically turn the color of the graph into red. Okay, so I just execute this one, and you can see my graph color has been changed to red now. Okay, so it is having circles, and those circles are connected with the help of a red line. Okay, so like this you can have red, or else you can just change it to blue as well. Okay, so I can have a dot blue. Okay, so I can have a dot blue color as well. So I'll just show you. So dot blue means a dotted line will be there and color will be blue. And if I remove this dot from here, okay, so you can see there will be no dotted line. Like it is all about experimenting on that one. So it will be a continuous line. Like so, now you understood how to change the colors of the plot. Now let us move ahead and try to use the legend here. Okay, so let us say a variable leg, and I want to add a legend. So basically legend will be telling about the sample of a graph. Let me just show you so that it will be clear. Legend, and inside that you have to write whatever legend you want to find out. So like for variable yes, I want to have a legend, so I'll just mention yes and I'll try to run this one. So now you can see in the upper right corner it is showing some symbol like yes is the variable which has got a continuous line and its color is B. So whenever we will be having multiple graphs, it will be helpful. Like let us say I have got another variable called D. Okay, so it has got the values yes, they are multiplied with a constant, let us say 2. Okay, so now if I want to plot these things like plot yes comma minus b, and after that I want to plot another as well here. Now if I plot instead of s, I will plot d. Okay, so now you can see the values will be changed over output. Okay, so the values are now changing. So like this I can just play around these things. So I hope you got a clear idea about x label and y label. Around grid and all those things we have already discussed, and regarding plot and how to change the color, font, and different types of diagrams how you can draw, already we have discussed, and you can check the playlist, you will find everything. So that's all about today's session guys, and meet you in the next one. Thank you. Thanks for watching.